Good evening, friends. Today we will discuss on the topic of inflation targeting, which is an economics topic, Indian economy. Here we will discuss that inflation, some of the few points of inflation and deflation. Inflation means increases in prices, increase in price, increase in price. When the prices will increase, the demand is more than the supply, demand is greater than the supply. It is called inflation. Inflation means increase in prices. Deflation means fall in prices. When the price will be reduced, demand is less than the supply. Here the supply is more. It is called deflation. Now we'll see inflation targeting. What is inflation targeting? Inflation targeting is a monetary policy. It is a monetary policy framework which the central bank sets as a rate of inflation. Rate of inflation target. Inflation targeting is a monetary policy framework which the central banks sets a target of for the rate of inflation. Rate of inflation is here target. Here we used one more term, that is monetary policy. Monetary policy. This monetary policy deals with money supply in the economy. Money supply in the economy. Monetary policy handles RBI. RBI handles monetary policy by taking the several factors into consideration. Those factors are GDP, gross domestic product, and economic growth, inflation, exchange rate policy. Okay, the monetary policy which deals with money supply in the economy. RBI handles this monetary policy by taking the several factors into consideration. Those are GDP, gross domestic product, economic growth, inflation, exchange rate policy. Here one more term I used, that is GDP, gross domestic product. The gross domestic product means it is the total final value of goods and services. Total final value of the goods and services which are produced in the territory of the India for a given financial year. This is GDP. Here we will come to the actual topic, that is inflation targeting. Inflation targeting is a monetary policy framework which the central bank sets and target as a rate of inflation. The target is what? It is 4% with the tolerance of plus or minus 2% is tolerance. Tolerance means limitation. Means the range is rate of inflation is 2% to 6%. Here the inflation targeting as monetary policy can have certain advantages and limitations. Limitations means the inflation. Do you think inflation targeting is an appropriate mechanism for the monetary policy for deciding that one? So for this it can have certain advantages and limitations. Those advantages are transparency and credibility, flexibility, long term focus. Transparency means regularly communicating with the central bank policies for achieving the monetary policy framework. Limitations are structural constraints, exchange rate policy. Third one is socio-economic impact. In the sense, if interest rates change, it will directly affected on unemployment also. And fourth one is data availability. Data is here required. Data availability. These are the limitations. This is the few points about inflation targeting, which is an economic topic. Thank you.